Well, it's a fact the silly season is basically upon us. It seems our reporters are going a little crazy. eNCA are now launching 12 Days of Crazy, a special series full of adventure and mischief. We'll talk to one of those reporters in a moment. But first, here's a sneak peek.
The holidays are here, and it's about to get crazy.
I'm Michael Marilia in Johannesburg, and I'm going to make your skin crawl.
We're putting our reporters to the test. The big question, who's the craziest of them all?
From skydiving to paragliding and jumping off mountains, I'll risk it all for you.
It's 12 Days of Crazy.
This once, I'm going to add a little bit of spin. So best you fasten your seatbelts.
Our descent into madness starts Sunday, the 8th of December, only on eNCA.
It certainly does look fantastic, totally crazy. Michael Marilia, thank you very much for joining us.
Morning, Sally.
In studio. Now, it's yourself, Des Thathia in Durban, and Tanya Neft in Cape Town. And you're kicking off the crazy. Your plan is to jump off a couple of buildings attached to a rope. Today, weather permitting. Tell me about the plan.
Absolutely. So we're going to start off with some bungee jumping and some abseiling. And that's our plan. We're then going to move on tomorrow, Sally, and meet some critters. I actually got an introduction to them earlier in the week, just to say hi, just so that I'm ready for that experience. And we're going to play some visuals of that. You're going to see some of the creatures that I actually came across. There they are.
Oh, my word, no.
Yeah, that's Bart the boa constrictor. Fantastic fella, very friendly, Sally.
Yeah, he's just deciding if you should be lunch.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we hung around and chewed the fat for a little bit. Also, some corn snakes who I met. This one was fantastic, really got to know him quite well. And a whole lot of spiders, tarantulas, one of the most dangerous spiders in the world, Sally. And we're all going to meet these guys. There's another one. I really like this guy. His texture was amazing.
Beautiful.
This is a ball python. So the reason it's called a ball python is because it gets into a ball when it's chilling, and there you can see the boa as well. That's a bearded dragon, really nice guy. Didn't talk much, but quite friendly as well.
You look a bit scared, eh? I have to ask, you're going to be doing crazy things like jumping off buildings and getting up close and personal with snakes and spiders. Which is more scary for you?
You know what? I thought that I would get really scared of the crocs, for instance, as you're seeing them there, as it disappears into its pool. And I actually really enjoyed the introduction. Tomorrow I'll be doing it throughout the day. So ask me the same question at the end of tomorrow, and I might have a different answer. But yeah, it was really exciting meeting these creatures.
I'm not hearing anything fearful at all.
Well, the bungee jumping and the abseiling, yeah, that's something else entirely. Tuesday, Sally, will be another challenge. I'll be posing for a nude drawing. So I think that probably will be the most challenging of them all. But what, of course, is up for grabs is the crazy trophy, which I brought here, and I'm going to leave in your care.
Okay.
Whoever wins this challenge, Das and Tanya or myself, will be the holder of this trophy, and it's quite prestigious, I have to say.
Well, how is the challenge judged? Because one person's absolute horror is another person's just a fun day out. So, for example, I would never want to interact with a spider or jump off a building, because I'm a self-confessed wimp. But it is well known in our office that you have no problem throwing yourself out of aeroplanes. So how do we judge the winner?
Well, we're going to leave it to our viewers out there who can tweet us and give us their perspective on social media. But you mentioned one thing that might make a person afraid is nothing to someone else. Das Thathia in Durban is going to do this spinning challenge.
In a car, right?
We're going to show you some visuals of that. This is absolutely insane. I wouldn't go near this kind of a car. And you're going to see people actually stepping out of this car while it's spinning around, Sally. Dassen has done this before as well. And it's just absolutely insane. There are about 3 or 4 people in this vehicle. Watch it spin around, and they just step out. Suddenly they just,
oh my word,
they're over it.
And don't get run over.
Don't get run over.
Oh, and do a little jig.
Someone's still operating the car. It's still going, and then they get back in. So that's one of the things Dassen's doing. He's also decided to jump onto the motor of a lawnmower and put a little bit of canvas on it. It's called a Microlight.
Oh, those things, yes.
Yes, those
You know,
things.
I say I'm a wimp, but I actually went on one of those over Victoria Falls. Not on my own, I was with someone else, but
Yeah.
still I did it.
Yeah, yeah. Well,
My bravest hour.
there you can see Dasan, not much between himself and the Indian Ocean, flying high above the sea. I wouldn't do that if you paid me, Sally. I'll stick to
Well, it could
snakes.
lead directly to another challenge, swimming with sharks.
Absolutely, and Tanya Neft in Cape Town has promised that she'll do that for us at some stage as well. But a sneak preview, I can tell you that she's in London at the moment. She's spending some time with some stunt men and women getting ready for our challenge. I'm not kidding. One of her challenges is actually becoming a stunt person for a day. So you'll see that towards the end of 12 Days of Crazy. They've put up quite a challenge, Sally, but I'm confident that this trophy is staying next to me.
Okay, well, we will see. Tell us about this plan that we're doing on eNCA. I mean, it's huge fun, and it has been an insanely hectic year, a very difficult year, a very busy year. What's the thinking behind doing this?
Well, the thinking really is, I don't know if viewers are really that interested in what's going on at the toll gates, and we tend to repeatedly hear that sort of thing during the festive season. So this year, yourself and Jeremy Maggs put us to the test and said,
we did.
No, we're going to be doing something a little bit more interesting, a little bit more exciting, pushing the reporters out of their comfort zones, and that's exactly what you've done.
What I love about the things that you've come up with, and you really did grab this one and run with it and come up with the most insane list of crazy ideas. It's also a reminder, especially with the kids on holiday, that there are a lot of really exciting things that can be done.
Yeah.
They're all legal, they're all safety regulated. We're not doing anything that is illegal or deliberately unsafe.
Absolutely.
But there's so much to do, even if you're staying in Johannesburg, because a lot of people are, they're not going to the coast this festive season. Have you found really amazing things that you didn't know about Johannesburg and things to do?
Things that are on your doorstep, Sally. I mean, the crocodile park that I visited, whoever knew that you could interact with a tarantula, that you could meet a boa constrictor, that you could zip line over a pool of crocodiles, which I'll be doing, by the way.
Oh my!
So there are all sorts of things that you can do as well. And Dasan and Tanya found the same thing. And Tanya was involved in a session of Krav Maga, which is martial art taught by the Israelis. And she sent me a picture the other day showing the bruises on her fists. No, she wasn't abusing anyone, I promise. But just things that are on your doorstep that you can do.
Exciting things that can be done.
Yeah.
So now today you are meant to be doing these extreme activities, and they're all load shedding friendly.
Yes.
But the weather might just get in your way today. Tell me more.
The weather might get in the way because it is really slippery, so the bungee cords tend to get slippery. So we're a little bit worried about that. But don't worry, Sally, in the bid to keep my job and to win this trophy, I've committed to do the bungee on another day if we can't do it on account of the weather. So nothing's stopping us, Sally.
Fantastic, that's good to hear, and I'll let you head out to the bungee site, and hopefully we'll hear from you later and see you doing something quite crazy.
Many thanks.
Thank you very much. Michael Marilia, along with Des Nthathia in Durban and Tanya Neft in Cape Town for the next 12 days or so, are going to be doing crazy things, fun things that you can get involved with as well, and we'll bring you all of that excitement here on eNCA. But if that's not your bag, after the break we'll be talking books, and I'll be joined by our resident book reviewer, Andrea van Wyk.